Greetings, dear Earthlings. Always know that these messages contain the intention to guide readers to a higher understanding and awareness of what is happening both within and without. This is a time of intense clearing because all of the old energy that has been stored and carried over from past lives needs to be cleared in order to align with the higher frequencies of spiritual ascension. However, don't worry about how to do it. If you intend to develop spiritually, you are already doing so, often in dreams, and sometimes through conscious experiences that force you to solve certain problems. The energy of intense experiences associated with fear, pain, or violent death usually remains deeply hidden when the person does not need to think about or relive them and believe they are gone. These accumulated energies do not disappear, but rather remain active just below conscious awareness, where they influence a person's decisions, likes, dislikes, choices, beliefs, etc., until they are cleared. Torture, violent death, and abuse of all kinds were common in earlier, less evolved lives, and while most people do not consciously remember these experiences, the cells of the body remember them, causing irrational fear and anxiety about certain places, events, people, and beliefs systems. For example, a person who has died in one or more lifetimes from drowning will still have an automatic fear response to being on, in, or near water. They may take anti-anxiety medications, visit a therapist, and even force themselves to be near or in water to make themselves normal, but the underlying frequencies of fear will continue to manifest until they disappear. Clearings often begin as a 3D experience that closely resembles the original experience, but only happens when the person is ready to clear something they may not even be aware of, which is determined by the higher self. A disturbing physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual problem that seemed to come out of nowhere. Clearing some old energy is often a choice before birth. Before incarnation, a soul ready to clear something that has affected every life will choose to be born into a family or situations that reactivate the energy they have chosen to clear. Example: a person who has been sexually abused at a very early age and has formed an awareness of their helplessness, low self-esteem and sexual abuse will choose a family with the same energy to reactivate it, accept their power, realize its nothingness, and once and for all it becomes clear that this is becoming state of mind when the problem no longer exists. A person who has been an alcoholic in many lives may choose a family with the same problem. A person who is afraid of heights may prefer to live in a land of mountains and rocks. A person who is afraid of water may decide to incarnate in a family that earns a living from fishing, sports, or recreation. Once on Earth, most of them do not remember their pre-birth choices and cannot understand why they have negative experiences that seem to recur, but since on a higher level their intention is to purify, most eventually find a way to do it. An important aspect of purification is that each person consciously intends to purify all vows, promises, oaths, eternal obligations, etc. given to people or religions. Almost every person has lived one or more lifetimes in a monastery or ashram and sincerely made vows, fully accepting their teachings. Until cleansed, these old vows remain active and continue to affect a person's life. A person who constantly struggles with abundance may well manifest the energy of one or more sincerely taken vows of poverty. Promises of eternal love given to another person a long time ago may well be the reason why this or that person constantly appears in his life, wanted or not. The earth is being cleansed through what are called natural disasters. The earth, being an idea in the mind of God, is a living soul and not a lump of dirt that can be used and abused by the selfish mind. She has endured thousands of years of war, violence, and the rape of her resources, not to mention humanity's violence against her many life forms. Natural disasters are her way of clearing out old energy, Though some natural disasters are not so much natural as man-made. Some natural disasters are the result of a collision between the high resonant energy pouring into the earth and the denser energy that already exists. But natural disasters are never a punishment from God, as some believe. The concept of punishment does not exist and has never existed in the divine consciousness. Will God punish himself? Imagine an endless ball of light from which millions of streamers flow. See the ribbons as bright as the ball, because they are an extension of the ball, like the rays of the sun. Now watch how the stripes get dimmer, less bright as they move away from the ball, eventually getting slower and denser, showing less of their original brilliance. This is the story of humanity, of what happened when expressions of pure light forgot who and what they were and became trapped in the dense, low-resonant and false energy they encountered. However, every streamer forever remains a streamer of light, and after many lifetimes, playing games of separation, pretending to be good or bad, and experiencing all that separation has to offer, the streamer begins to seek more and remember his light. The divine consciousness is always flowing and expressing itself, but cannot be understood by the limited conditioned human mind. So don't try to do it even if some believe and preach that they have done it. God can be understood because God is constantly manifesting and revealing himself, but the mind or consciousness, already filled to overflowing with the concepts of duality, separation and two forces, cannot hear the still small voice of God. The purpose of meditation is to calmly focus and prepare yourself to receive and hear the self silently reveal itself. We are the Arcturian Group.